Welcome back to the Sedlak Offroad School riding tip, and today's video is not really a riding tip. We want to talk beginner bikes. What are the best dirt bikes? If you're new to dirt biking, if you're new to motocross, what do you need to get to have some fun and be safe? So I will give you a couple different reasons why it is beneficial for you to start on a smaller trail size bike. Number one, and that's a big one, is the price. Obviously motocross dirt bike riding is expensive. If you're just starting out and you need a bike, you need all the gear, you need the equipment, and you have no idea what you're doing, it is a lot easier to find a used trail bike online. There's plenty of them around. It's at least half the price of a normal motocross bike, so your cost of entry is much lower, and then when you go riding, it's a lot easier for you to ride. So that's point number two. The bikes are a little bit lower, they're a lot lighter, the power is a lot smoother, it's not as aggressive. So as you start learning how to ride off-road or how to ride in the dirt, it's a lot less intimidating and a lot easier for you to have fun. Point number three, and that's really important if you're trying to get your kids into dirt biking. We have parents all the time that ask us about, you know, what should I get my kid? What bike do I put them on? And what we hear a lot is people saying, well, I'm just gonna get them that 250 or the 140 when they're 11 or 12. They will grow into it, so I will have that bike the next 5 or 6 years and they'll be fine. And that is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Especially when you're young, when you introduce them to riding, you want to put them on a bike that it's really easy for them to be comfortable on. So depending on the age, you know, whether they ride a 50 or 110, if they're teenagers, a TTR 125 is a good size. Something that it's easy for them to put both feet on the ground. The bikes are slow. It's easy to slow them down in case they are too fast, so they can actually enjoy riding and want to grow into a bigger bike. You buy them a big bike, you throw a 12-year-old on this and they're struggling. First day they have a couple crashes, they never want to see a bike again. So now you have a bike that they will grow into, but they're never going to touch it. So buy them a bike that fits their size. Try to find a good used one. They can ride it for a year, 2 years, and when they're done, you sell the thing, you get your money back, and then you upgrade them to a bigger bike or a real race bike, depending on how much they want to ride. Point number four, and that is the capability of these bikes. A lot of people, when I tell them, hey, start out with this, they're like, yeah, Daniel, that's cool, but I want to jump, I want to go to the track, I want to do all this cool stuff. And I'm like, okay, go. Like, these bikes are more than capable of getting around the track, getting you over your first couple of jumps, getting you up and down hills. If you want to ride off-road, you want to go to the desert, the tank's big enough to go on some really cool trail rides, and again, you're able to actually control the bike and do the stuff that you want to do. Just because you buy a big 450 doesn't mean you're gonna jump triples your first day at the track. So start out small, build some confidence, learn how to actually ride, and then upgrade to a bigger bike. Tip number five, and that will be our last tip, is maintenance and resale value. These bikes are really easy to take care of. So if you're new to dirt biking, it can be a little bit intimidating of, you know, maintaining a real race machine. The trail bikes, you take care of your oil, you take care of your air filter, you put some fuel in there, some chain loop, very basic stuff that you can learn in our videos and other videos on YouTube, and you're good to go. These bikes are meant to, you know, ride forever. The other point of number five is just the resale value. Like I mentioned before, much easier to buy one. They're much more affordable, so you can buy a brand new Kawasaki KLX 140 for somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000, and you can usually sell them fairly close to that, right? Let's say you buy this thing brand new for $4,000, you can probably sell it in a year or 2 or 3 years for $3,000, and you don't really lose that much considering all the fun you've had on that bike. So just from a maintenance and resale value, it's a really great deal to get into dirt biking, get your feet wet, and figure out if you actually like to ride that much. This is it for this week's SOS riding tip. I hope if you're considering getting into dirt biking, it gives you a little bit of an idea of what to look for, you know, so you have a better direction. If you've already bought a trail bike and you're still not 100% sure what to do, give us a call. If you're in Southern California, San Diego area, we do trainings all the time. We'd be more than happy to help you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and we'll see you in next week's video.